What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Psydeffect. It's June 25th, Monday, and that means it's time for the Monday drop. Today we're going to talk about Christian hip-hop from a non-Christian hip-hop perspective. So, in order to do that, I brought in my lovely wife, Emmy. She's the next face you're going to see, and I'm going to conduct an interview with her to get her opinion on Christian hip-hop.
Hey guys, Emmy here. So what is Christian hip-hop? I guess I would define it as hip-hop or rap music that has a godly aspect to it. So something that is either speaking about Him or worshiping Him or teaching about God, but from more of a hip-hop, I guess, rapping kind of perspective. What do I think about my husband being a Christian rapper? I think it's awesome. It's really cool. I know that when we were younger, he used to write a lot of poetry. And I thought it was really good. But it was just something that we just kind of did together. It didn't really go anywhere, and I felt as though it never really fulfilled him, and it was just one tiny aspect of him. And it naturally evolved into rapping and hip-hop and being able to bring that skill or that artistry into who he actually is, which is this, I guess, the persona of Black culture and hip-hop. So, 33 Miles, Jeremy Camp, Matthew West, David Crowder Band, Mercy Me, Jars of Clay, the list goes on, but pretty much contemporary. Are there any Christian hip-hop artists that I like? You mean besides my husband? Yeah, definitely. I mean, I would say I kind of really love Timothy Brindle. I can't wait for his album to drop. Oh my god. Yeah, I like him a lot. I guess I think everybody, not everybody, but I think there are a lot of talented Christian hip hop artists. But I have every Timothy Brindle song on my phone, and that's probably the only Christian hip hop song person that I have on my phone. So. What do I think about the genre of Christian hip-hop and where it's come from? I definitely feel like Christian hip-hop has come a long way. I don't know if you guys even know my story, but, you know, like I said, my husband and I grew up together, and this was something that he took interest in from an early age and would let me listen to a couple of things, and I was never interested. It was like, oh my gosh, this is kind of whack. And so it was just never something that I took interest in, and I realize now more and more that there are so many more talented people. I don't know what it is, but I feel like sometimes, you know, when I guess Psydeffect actually talked about this last week, or the last time he did his drop, but it's just like sometimes when people put God on an activity or an event or something that they're doing, it kind of gives them an excuse for it to be lackluster. And I feel like Christian hip-hop kind of started off with that feel, and now I feel like people are becoming more professional about it and really honing their skills and their talents and making it something of quality. What is my opinion on the Brethren? I think the Brethren is awesome. I think that they, I'm extremely happy that they have decided to come together once again, and I look forward to seeing what they're going to do and seeing them really change the game. I think a lot of this, like the production, the style, and the place that they're coming from, it's different, and that there's a space for them in the market. Do I feel like Christian hip hop has a place in church? Absolutely. That honestly, it feels like a silly question to me. Like, does it have a place in church? Yes. Does praise dance have a place in church? Yes. Does music and singing songs and hymns have a place in church? Absolutely. I think that anything that you do to worship God has a place in church. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me, all the strife. What would I do to make Christian hip hop more appealing to the masses? I just think it's just about raising the bar of excellence and awareness. Just getting out there more and doing more performances and I don't know, I guess treating it differently, like not to treat it like a business. And I'm not sure that it truly is, but I feel like my only experiences or hearings about it being done is like, you know, performances and albums and iTunes. I see there's a genre, things like that. But I think using it evangelistically. So going in the street and just kind of, you know, having a performance or free performances or things like that. And then definitely coming at it from a view of excellence at all times. Because I think something about like just the entertainment industry, but especially within hip hop, the rap community, is just like, it's about how good you are. Like there's this pride around it. And, you know, everyone's quick to listen to it and they're like, oh, that line was sick, or, you know, oh, look at that rhyme, or, you know, they're just like, there's so much, everyone's a critic within that realm, and there's so much pride around that. So I think that if you're going to come into that realm, that you should definitely come in with excellence, but even more so because you're doing it for God. So I know that there's a debate between, I guess, the content of the Christian rap. So is it something that's going to be heavily theologically based, going into the word and pulling out a scripture, and there needs to be like 55 scriptures in every song, versus just somebody who happens to be a Christian and, you know, has some type of message, whether it's 100% going through the Bible and saying things that are quoting the scriptures verbatim, versus talking about life in general, or, you know, just kind of being a Christian and rapping. And I don't think that there is a way to be a Christian and not have that come out in what you do. And I don't think that anybody should feel like they need to do it in this particular way every single time in order to be validated as a Christian or a Christian hip-hop artist or a hip-hop artist or whatever. I think that, you know, I mean, for me, okay, so one of my favorite is Timothy Brindle, and I know that he's all about the theology, you know, and for me, that's what I want, that's what I need, and I'm all about that, and I'm just at that place in my walk where that's what I want to listen to. But that doesn't mean that if somebody has a really good song that isn't going to, you know, make me highlight my Bible, that doesn't mean that it's not going to be good as well. So I think that, you know, if I'm a Christian and I'm doing something, if I'm writing something, it's going to be impossible for me to not sometimes write about God, and, you know, to have that to come out. So I don't know, I just don't feel like there needs to be so much premeditated thought around, like, okay, let me figure this out, all right, you know, I said God 15 times in the song, all right, check, I'm good to go. It just doesn't make sense. Just kind of, I feel like it should be like, live your life, you know, you're a Christian, that's gonna come out. Alright, so I guess that's the end of all the questions. So thanks so much for taking the time to listen to little ramblings of someone who doesn't really know much about hip-hop. So I am no authority at all, but these are my opinions. Hope you enjoyed. I'm Emmy, wife of Psydeffect, and this was the Monday Drop. Bye.